Over the last 3 weeks, I've been building an unconsented sleep out for some much needed extra room. And I'm documenting every step of the way so you can build one too. We've included chapters so you can skip ahead. Today we're covering straightening and plumbing frames. I fix a mistake I made last week. We install rafters and rab, and then we recycle a front door to close it in. As always, I'll include a budget update at the end of this video. Yo, Smoko Squad, it's been a huge week on the tiny house build and it's fully closed in. We've got the door in even. Let's go back to the start of the week. Bow in it either way, we'll use the rafters to fix it. Yeah. Yo, so we're back at the tiny house. Today, all we gotta do is lock the bottom plates in, lock that in, up there. All we have to do is make the bottom plate match the floor, but set up a string line first.
So you just put it like that, look at that.
Yeah, okay. So it's min. And then hit that to me about 5 mil. Whoa, just one more little tickle. Bit bigger? Yeah, coming through this corner. Okay, so now we've squared the bottom plates off. We can make these ones here parallel. Yeah, that's bang on. So shoot that one. Yeah, now it's bang, bang, bang. Same again. Mate, it is like bang on. Love it when it works out. I mean, it should when it's this little. Yeah, see this wall's square. Now, that's it. The next thing we'll do, we will put one here. Boom. So now, in the morning, if that lintle's got a bow in it either way, we'll use the rafters to fix it.
Huh?
Why are you using this block to push dirt around?
Because I'm a block. So you need to stitch these two corners together, same as you did, and then you need to cut a brace from here to there, bottom to top.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day. Oh, the joys of filming your work and putting it onto the internet. Someone's got to keep you honest though. Who needs building inspectors when we've got all these sleuths? Oh well, at least I got Noah to keep me company. So you don't think I'm just doing a couple of shovel loads for the gram. Got a time lapse set up, got the trailer out there. Noah will be my witness as well.
Why are you using this block to push dirt around?
Because I'm a block. Well, it's way easier to have a template. Like at a real quick glance, I can be like, boom, it's got to go down 50 mil there. Oh. Do as much as I can from the outside before getting under with the baby shovel. What have I got myself into? Done 3 wheelbarrow loads. That's enough for Smoko, right? I'm just going to go and have a... Rule number 1 of dating a babe like Nicole is always go and have coffee when she wants you to. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I'll be back here, caffeinated up to get into that floor.
You said it was going to be a long day.
That's going to be even longer now that she's dragging me away.
What am I doing?
Distracting me from fixing my fuck up.
Oh good. Just leave Noah to it.
Yep. Left my keys under the house. Yo, it's week 3. Today we're making a framing sandwich. You tie your roof to your top plate to your studs to your bottom plate to your floor to your piles, and it becomes one big sandwich. That means when it shakes, it doesn't blow over, and it's the same whether we're building a little thing like this or a huge big house. Just make a big framing sandwich. Two things. There's a piece of 4x2 on the saw. Here we're going to go block, and here we're going to go 4x2, right? To make our life easy for our rab needs to hang below our joist 15 mils. So we've made a little template. We're going to screw that up to the bottom of the joist, and that means rather than like getting all awkward, we can like put this in, set up a nice clean run, and then we move these around as we move around the building.
Jesus. Got a tree up my ass.
And then it goes flush with the top.
Yeah.
It's snowing over there.
Thank you.
Do roughly 900 or something. Oh, we've got like 900.
Blue V, sponsor me.
The thing is, no matter how much we straighten it with a string line, timber is never ever perfect. It's called gauging, and it can be anywhere from like 88 mils to 93 mils. So you go around with a planer. Every layer you're making as good as you can to not foul the next layer. If you don't do it, it ends up adding up huge bulges. I'm building a tiny little buttress wall on here and here. It's going to give me an internal corner to finish my cladding. On the front face in that corner, we're going to do a nice shiplap weatherboard to match the house. On the back two sides, we're going to do corrugated iron like a shed. Got some Smoko literature, reading up on my Weatherline fixings, page 28. Basically, the cool thing about Weatherline, it's just like doing inside jib but on the outside. And we've already got the tools for it, we've already got the skills for it. We mark it all out the same. Medium wind zone, 6 Hindies. So we've got this is what we're building up.
$5 mil.
Yeah, only on the bottom.
Fuck. It needs to go like that. Yeah, that's better, and then it's shiver a little bit.
Oh, what you should do is put the level on the
That's better.
Yeah, man.
Pro tip for Smoko, if you're outside and you don't want your penny to get dirty, bang a nail in right there, that far in, put your hammer there.
Go back. Go back.
Smoko.
You got my Smoko? Okay, so, mate, so we got stuck into the rab and we didn't capture it on camera, but it's up, and here's what it would have looked like anyway. Anyway, back to the video. Just completed my almost daily run to Mitre 10. Today we got cavity battens. Managed to get some leftover horizontals from that build up there. These are the verticals. Back side. Yo, I'm on 2 jobs today, getting the big house and the little house going. We got a roof coming on this one. Our roof's arrived. Cheers, Metalcraft. So we got some flashings. These ones are going in our internal corners. In here. And here. And then, yeah, he'll come back with them.
Yep.
So
Okay.
he'll come back and do the wrap with you. Have you got a stick?
Yep.
String lines for the screws. You don't have to go fast, just, yeah, look at me.
Yep. So I'm at a handy.
Perfect. Bring the 3 rollers as well in the ute so that we can roll it to the tiny house. Yo, it's a fun Friday morning and we're blitzing the tiny house. We're going to get it out of the way today so that we can go back to the big house on the hill and start cladding. But I wanted you to see the close-in stage. We have a door, we have a roof, we are fully weathertight, and we've even had the Sparky come in pre-wire. And then part 4 next week, we'll be finishing the inside. Everything you're seeing right now, we're going to drop in next week's video. We're going to do pink bats, we're going to do battens, and then we're going to chuck up some plywood so that next week we can put furniture in it. We're going to build a little deck here and some fake grass out here, and it'll look $1 million. See you next week. The budget breakdown so far. We focused on the details, straight in bottom plates, to lock it all in, and I got on the end of the shovel and started digging. Just a whole lot of hard work. Gonna go 4x2, right? We spent another $335 on rafters. Jib hooked me up with some Weatherline, their rigid air barrier product. Cheers, guys. But you could do it for as little as $110 with Thermocraft, so I'm gonna add that to keep it realistic. We used 3 links of 4x2 for the purlins, $135, $600 for the roofing iron, paper and screws, and I'll include $750 for the door. That's half of what it cost me to buy second hand. It means our new total is $4,929, closed in for just under $5K.